everybody. So Imogen Crera here, your Assistant Curator Intern at Museum of Cornish Life.
And I'm Bennath, the Customer Service Apprentice at the museum, and we're here to talk to you today about our Bethlehem Pasty that is currently in the running for Cornish Object of the Year award by Cornish Museum Partnership.
So to vote, go to our website www.museumofcornishlife.co.uk or click the link in this Facebook post, and we're going to tell you why you should vote for us. So our Bethlehem Pasty doesn't look like much. You could quite easily miss it, but there's much more to it than meets the eye, and there's actually quite a story behind it.
So it's carved of stone in 1943 by William Jewell, also known as Bill, and we've got a photo of him just there in his uniform. He was a butcher from Helston originally, and he fought in World War II. So he was a desert rat during the Second World War. And we've got a photo here of his regiment, which was the Royal Scots Greys, which he joined in 1941. And in 1942, the Scots Greys went from Syria into Egypt, and they remained there until the end of the North Africa campaign in 1943. And at some point, Bill must have gone to Bethlehem, and this is where he carved the pasty.
So Bill was thousands of miles from Helston and his butcher's shop, but nevertheless he was thinking of home. Here at the museum we understand that pride and a sense of connection is a big part of Cornish life. People from Cornwall have gone all over the world, but what comes through in their many letters, writings and histories is a strong sense of identity and place. So even though Bill was in a strange environment of war and he was really far from home, he found comfort and maintained his connection with Cornwall. And this is captured in him carving this simple stone pasty, this little memento. This is why we see the Bethlehem Pasty as a true Cornish object, and we think it should be the winner of Cornish Object of the Year.
So Bill may never have designed this pasty to be the long-lasting emotive symbol that it currently has become. It may have been a light-hearted activity to do just to pass the time. However, it still reminded him of home, and he carried it with him throughout the rest of the war. And it made it through the Normandy landings, and when he made it safely home to his wife named Vera, the pasty came with him. And this shows that it certainly did become something of great importance, and it was very special to him. So he kept it all his life until he died in 2006. He was aged 94. And the pasty was then donated to the museum by some relatives of Bill, along with some other items which we have here, such as the medals that Bill was rewarded and a card that he wrote to his wife Vera whilst he was away.
So if I get the pasty out, we'll take a closer look at it. So, as you can see, it's got the crimping of the pasty at the top there, so it's quite detailed. Crimping up there, Bethlehem written underneath. And there's, what in a pasty, there's a vent or a decoration that's cut in the top of the pasty, so you see he's done it in relief here. And then quite faded now, but you can see 1943 at the bottom. Now it's got quite a weight to it actually, and it's quite a tactile thing, and it sits really nicely, as you can see, in sort of the palm of my hand here. And if you sort of read the object and you look closely at it, you can see that the bottom along here is worn much smoother than the back. So if I just turn it over, you see the difference. So what we think is that in order to make it so smooth, Bill must have rubbed his thumb or fingers up and down it quite a lot, and that's quite a reassuring and comforting gesture. This pasty, it's pocket-sized. It's a really important thing to touch, and we think that it was Bill's real bit of home. It's quite unassuming, but it's a really special thing that we think captures an element of Cornish life and identity while holding that real human emotion. For us, this is definitely Cornish Object of the Year, and we'd really love it if you could help us make it official and vote for us.
So if you would like to come and see Bill's pasty in person, then please do, and you can vote here at the museum. We've got a little QR code just here in the display cabinet, or you can vote online via our website,
which is www.museumofcornishlife.co.uk, and you can also click on the link on our Facebook page, so it should be in here. So please help us make it official, help us win Cornish Object of the Year with the Bethlehem Pasty. Thank you guys.